Take one more question.
Sanctions that you were putting forward. I want to ask
answering.
about the sanctions that you want to put forward. How do you balance that against Canada's economic interests and suggesting severe sanctions when that would have potentially devastating effects in Canada's economy?
I thank you for the opportunity to clarify. I mentioned very severe sanctions on Indian diplomats.
Policy.
So specifically on the diplomats, given the fact, I mean, let's just take a moment. We got the RCMP that said that Indian diplomats were hiring criminal elements to shoot at Canadians. Pretty serious. And given how serious that is, I can't see why we would do anything other than put in place severe sanctions on those diplomats, on Indian diplomats, given the allegations that they were involved in basically getting folks to shoot at Canadians, at their homes, at their businesses. So yeah, we've got to take very serious measures, but we should also work in collaboration with our allies. There are similar circumstances. There's an attempted assassination that's linked to the Indian government in the United States. We need to, of course, work with the United States. There's similar scenarios that have played out in the United Kingdom. So it's clear that we need to work with our allies to put pressure on India, but there's got to be accountability. The Indian government has to be held to account. The Modi government has to be held to account. And we all need to be unified as Canadian leaders. All of us have to be united in denouncing Modi and making sure we protect Canadians and put their safety first and foremost. Thank you so
I'm not
much.
saying whether or not you've had personal threats.
What do you
I'm
make
not
of
saying
Indian
that.
naming
You're
you
leaving open
personally?
that assumption.
This is the last question. If you want.
We're gonna let her.
He's
gone.
He's gone.
Also, that's still not how it works.
Yeah. We can't just go online.
So there we have it, folks. Once again, Jagmeet Singh, aka Sellout Singh, makes absolutely no coherent sense on what he actually wants. He ignores questions on whether the Indian government targeted him, and he also ignores questions about what does he mean about sanctions on Indian diplomats. Instead, he chose to speak on restating the situation again by repeating what the RCMP already said, and somehow he expected us to understand his position on sanctioning Indian diplomats. To me, that's honestly a little bit, I don't know, seems a little ambiguous. So let me know what you think about this whole situation about Jagmeet Singh and his response to the issues of the Indian diplomats targeting Canadians, supposedly. And do you think this is a reasonable thing for the Canadian government to be partaking in? Is it reasonable to say that the Canadian government should sour their relationships with India over an issue of Canada harboring potential extremist elements against India's sovereignty? You guys let me know what you think about that. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching. And also consider subscribing. Your support is really valued, and I really, really, really want you to support this movement to keep our politicians accountable. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day. Bye.